I started this thing last week where we're kind of going around the room saying, what's on your mind? And a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people asking, can you guys do that every day? Just kidding. What's on your mind, Peyton?
I was thinking about when I woke up this morning, as I was looking at all of the Chipotle that was left out on like my kitchen counter last night, if I should invest in one of those like meal delivery things. Because I don't like cooking and I don't really like spending time on cooking. I'm not interested in trying to learn how to cook, but I know these are like healthier, quicker options that are better than like getting takeout every day. So I don't know. Have you guys ever gotten into those before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think all of us have, right?
I use one. I have stuff in there right now.
Is it worth it though? Because like here's
It's
my
actually
other
cheaper
thing.
than groceries now.
I don't like my food needs to be good. Like I don't want any like gross food, you know? And I feel like maybe a meal thing wouldn't be as good as like if I were just to whip it up. I don't know.
I've tried
my
like
life.
a bunch of them, and they're all good for a little while, but I need variety.
Yeah,
so
okay.
after a while, I tend to get sick of the choices. And then I would try a different one and a different one. But it does make life pretty convenient.
Yeah,
Well,
because you're not
I'm
going to be
sold
like
then.
you're not going to be up at 3 a.m. like cooking eggs and making sandwiches.
Exactly.
So I usually grab like whatever is lunch is what I have delivered like once a week.
Okay, cool. Maybe I'll do like 1 week on, 1 week off. We'll see.
My wife just does it for me if I get in it.
I wish I had a wife
we all need a
that
Blake
would do
in
that
our
for me.
life.
whatever trend I was going through, she would just do it. But anyway,
so
what's on your
nice.
mind, Kyle?
We had a pretty big moment yesterday morning. I wasn't there. Scott texted me. Easton, who's 6, he's my son, woke up and he's like, Daddy, look, he lost a tooth in the middle of the night. Empty tooth, right? And he's like, I was looking around for the note from the tooth fairy. And Scott's texting me. He's like, I don't know what to say. What do I say? There's no note from the tooth fairy.
Mayday.
And I was like, well, you just tell him you have to put your tooth underneath the pillow for the tooth fairy to come. So we'll look for the tooth, and when we find it, we'll do that. And then the tooth fairy will probably come tonight, which was last night. So I get home from work, and Scott goes, the tooth is nowhere. Did he swallow the tooth? Is the tooth going to randomly pop up somewhere at some point? Don't know. Maybe we'll never know. Couldn't find the tooth.
Like Scott misplaced the tooth?
No, he woke up.
Oh, and there was no tooth.
There was no tooth.
There was no tooth in his mouth, no tooth in the bed.
No tooth in the bed. No tooth
He swallowed
anywhere.
it.
Yeah, he had to have.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just figured
Yeah, no,
now you got to go
yeah.
through his poop.
Absolutely.
You need to find the
that's a
poop
thing.
fairy.
To get to the bottom of
You're
it.
going to pull the poop, and you got to put it in a plastic bag, put it under his pillow.
Oh my god.
And the poop fairy shows up.
So
Yo, man.
fun but random and maybe gross story, but our tooth fairy keeps a log of teeth.
What?
Jeez.
Our tooth fairy sent a substitute tooth
Oh.
for Easton to put under his pillow last night. So our tooth fairy was in the middle of writing a fun little note, reminder to brush your teeth, all these fun things. And my 9-year-old walked in on the tooth fairy doing said note. And now my 9-year-old has revealed the true identity of the tooth fairy.
Did she reveal the true identity to her little brother?
No.
Okay.
I had to tell her that I was like, wow, you are now part of a secret society, and this is a big deal, and you are in the fold, and there are rules that come with the fold.
I think she would like that.
Yeah,
That
no,
she's
she
part
was
of
all into
Okay,
it. She
good.
was really into the secret society, and she was into like the knowing things that other people don't know.
Yeah.
I told her it's a really exclusive group of people who know the identity of the tooth fairy. So congratulations. Feel like I should throw
That's
you
good.
a party.
I think 9 is a good age for that, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like I found out
Guess
at
so.
8.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
think so, yeah,
It's funny
but-
because I was like kind of shocked, and then she goes, Mom, I'm old enough to know. And I was like, well, welcome to the crew. Welcome
Yeah,
to the
she's
crew,
smart
kid.
anyway. She
Yeah.
can figure it out.
I found out at 8, but I found out the big one. And then all the other ones came
Yeah.
in after that. I was
Okay.
like, what do you mean? You mean even the tooth fairy? You don't know that? I remember that. I was so
It was
mad.
a big moment. So
I feel like the tooth fairy and Addie should like make notes ahead of time just in case you run into this situation again.
I agree. I agree.
What's on your mind, Rich?
I was thinking about when really cool people lose their ish for no reason. How there's certain things that even if you're the coolest of the cool, you just can't look cool doing. I was having lunch with my buddy DJ, who is truly one of the coolest looking guys I've ever seen, and it was no big deal, but a fly got in his face, and a guy who's chill and just hanging out starts doing freaking out. I'm like, okay, he's one of us. I enjoy that. That's like anything you try to be cool. If you're strutting across somewhere, you trip, and then you look to see if there was something on the ground where you tripped, but there's not. It's just that you can't walk. That's God's great equalizer.
Yeah,
I
similar
love
to like a cobweb.
Yeah.
If a person runs into a cobweb, it's not.
A cobweb, like in a parking lot at a mall.
I don't care how slick
like-
you are. Sometimes the world just has to bring you down a little bit. And I enjoy those moments. So when you see those, appreciate those and tell us about those.
Oh, that's
What's
good.
on your mind, John Jay?
Not much. Anyway, no, I have something on my mind I want to tell you guys, but it's a little bit more detailed than it takes. Well, I can tell you this. Dutch has prom on Saturday, right? He's going with a bunch of buddies, and prom, he goes to Arcadia High, and prom is at some place in Gilbert, which I think is silly.
That's usually
It's a far
how it
drive.
is. I feel like our prom was always in Phoenix.
It's too far of a drive for kids, right? I just feel, I'm like, I don't want you on the freeway at night
They
and all
aren't
this
taking
stuff.
limos and stuff? I thought that's what you do for prom.
Well, let me finish telling my story.
Okay.
So one of the kids suggested getting a party bus, right? And now, by the way, these guys don't have dates. There's like 7 kids. They
Well,
don't have
that's
any-
fun.
Yeah. So we're going to get a party bus. And then my wife and another mom were like, that ain't a party bus. That's going to encourage drinking. So long story short, I called a friend of mine, John, at Luxury Auto Collections, and he's letting me borrow a Sprinter van. And I'm driving him.
Right on.
You're
I'm
doing
driving
it?
Yeah,
Are
that
they
music's
okay
me.
with that?
Me and there's another kid, Gavin, Dutch's friend
Yeah.
Gavin, his dad Chad. Both of us are going to drive him.
So
They're
weird.
down
Oh
for
my
that?
gosh, you guys get
That's
to like
crazy.
dress up like
Yeah,
like
but I wanted
chauffeurs.
to dress like Dumb and Dumber.
Yes,
That's what I
yes.
wanted. And then drive him to the prom, and then both of us get out and open the door and have the canes.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so Saturday we're going to
Right
drive.
on.
That's amazing.
So I thought I was going to save the story and tell you until on Monday, but it's happening now. And I think the Sprinter van's got like Xbox in the back and all this stuff,
That's cool.
But then they're like, thought it was fun, but they're like, what about the after party? Like, yeah, we'll take you to the after party. We don't want you to take us to the after party.
What are they doing at the after party?